Hello everyone, this is Twimuse, and I am picking up where I left off in my Star Control Origins game. Here we go. Alright, so I'm here at Fomoho. I don't even remember what I was... What was in Fomoho? What was I supposed to be doing here? The surviving Earpox. Oh yeah, okay. Still following up on the the Faction of 8, because that was still the the interesting subplot going on. Before we go back to the less interesting one of the post-game content, because I get the definite feeling like this connection with, you know, Faction of 8 was stuff that I was supposed to find before. Excuse me, I'm just slaughtering their critters. Stuff that I was supposed to find before the scribe got wiped out of the game, and that whole deal. You know, there's a definite difference in the level of quality of not just the writing, but its willingness to commit to things having consequences. I'm just shooting up critters because it's fun. You know, like all this Syndicate stuff or Liberator stuff. It's you know, it's clearly excuse me. It's endeavoring to not have any consequences to the main story, you know? It removes the involvement of all the established races, so you don't have to have any dialogue or interaction with them or anything. But this one includes the measured and includes their voice actor, which clearly marks it as being separate from the post-game content. Anyway, let's see what this guy has to say. Hello, goodbye. Okay. Is that the Earpox? Do not wish to be rude. Must be rude, though. Cannot talk to outsiders. You are outsider. We know who you are. You're the Earpox. Uh-oh, not good. You seem nice, but we cannot take chance. We'll have to flee again. Goodbye. We're a threat to you. The scribe are no friends of ours either. If you run now, we'll tell everyone where we met you. Let's go with the scribe are no friends of ours either. The scribe are far beyond not friends to us. Ha 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 ha. The scribe exterminated us and everyone we knew. But you know this. You came here knowing more than most. How? Tell us how you know this. Measure versatile. Is it safer if we don't say? Ooh. I mean, the librarian did specifically say he didn't want it to be known that he was there, so maybe I should say if it's safer you don't say? Safer for who? Not us, I bet. You will have to hide again. We should have hidden already. You talk strangely, almost like you're talking to yourself. Tell us about the Faction of 8. How did you survive the scribe's destruction of the Faction of 8? How will you help us fight this guy? That doesn't seem like... I mean, the scribe are gone anyway, right? So... I mean, not gone, but for the game's purposes are gone. They, there was a line of dialogue saying, oh, they're gone now. You don't have to worry about them anymore, because the X-Raki got rid of them, but whatever. Anyway, how did you survive this guy's discussion with the faction? Let's go with that. The faction artificially maintained a low level of technology by edict, a dumb law, hehe, to give new civilizations a fighting chance when encountering the faction. Not a great chance, but a real one. Scribe broke this edict in secret. We could tell that we learned of their research and the advances they were making. Too late to stop it, and informing the rest of the faction would spark a war we could not win. We were no fools. We began our own secret plans. Not to confront the scribe, to hide. Cloak star bases, subterranean fortifications, colonies placed deep within gas giants. Those were not fun. The scribe discovered them all, destroyed them all. It was stasis technology that worked. Cold ships, sent adrift without Earpox asleep. The scribe destroyed most of those too, but not all. Yeesh. They didn't find this one, possibly the last one. Every 1,000 years or so we awake, check our surroundings, then hide again. Oh, that's That's sad. It's not much of a life. We have watched the course of the entire Scribe Empire. Not so bad, actually. We thought they'd have done a lot worse. You still survive, for instance. They have developed an interesting fascination with immortality, though. That is new. When they destroyed the faction, they were not convinced of their greatness then. They felt guilty, even. But so much time around lesser aliens like yourself could perhaps sway them that you're not very good is what we're saying. Okay. Tell us about the faction of 8. It was a faction with 8 members. Yep. Another idea. Not sure who came up with it. You're not an original member, not sure how many came before. When a new member was admitted, another had to leave. Leave by not existing anymore. When we entered faction, we were made to fight to pick. We won. Because of intelligence and conversational ability. This is towards end of faction. Only 2 others joined in our time. The Oros and the Scribe. Is that Oros or Goros? What is that? What is this font? Goros were nothing special, barely remember anything about them. Oros, okay. Oh wait, remember, the language had a lot of double vowels. Excuse me. Talking to them was very soothing, but the Scribe, well, you know the Scribe, hard to miss those guys. Yeah, okay. You talk strange, almost like you're talking to yourself? We are. Well observed. Within each Urpox lies 2 brains, evolutionary remnant of native subterranean topography. In short, 1 brain for coming, 1 for going. Not especially necessary for spacefaring. Most other beings only seem to have 1, but not without use. Not at all. It's why we are so intelligent and such good conversationalists. Okay. Will you help us fight the Scribe? That's obviously going to be a hard no, but let's ask him anyway, because it's the last dialogue option. Are you kidding? Is this a joke? We are 1 ship with no weapons. We can only hide. We're good at it, though. No, we will not help you fight. Come on. But the next time we awake, it would be great if there were no Scribe around. We'd be super grateful if you could do something about that. Well, there presently no Scribe around here. Sort of, I guess. We'll just be going. You will hide again. Not much choice, really. But it will take some time to warm up our cooldown systems. Love that joke, even after all this time. So don't be a stranger, just don't tell anyone we're here. But the measured... the librarian said that we're here. I think Tasmanian Devil just hit me there. Oh well. Okay, so that didn't end up adding much of anything to anything. Got some critter meat out of the deal. There are lots of these little guys around here. They really don't give you much, though. So, okay. I guess that plot line's hit a dead end then. Like, I mean, unless something else is going to come up. It's just a bit of lore about one of the faction of 8, and it really didn't add much anything to anything. Oh well, okay. Incidentally, I did look up the location of the remaining precursor starbase, and somehow, apparently it's over here, which is very strange because, as evidenced by the fact that one of the stars was explored, like a couple of stars in this region were explored. Like, I passed through here. There's no way I could have missed it. It said it was next to Mu Wendigo, so, like, that's how close I came to it, apparently. Okay, well, anyway, let's go to the starbase that I know of first, and then we'll visit it. I mean, if it's true that it's there, I'm gonna look right now. If it's true that it's there, then it's like, oh hey, look, my fuel gauge is blinking. You need to fuel to travel. Run out of fuel and you're stuck. I honestly wonder still what happens if you run out of fuel. Something I haven't done so far in this game. I wonder if they have...
Hello, welcome back.
I wonder if they have someone who shows up to refuel you, like in Star Control 2. Like they have the Mel Norme fill in that role.
Is there anything else? Exception, civil farewell note.
But yeah, let's head over here. Like, when I was doing my big search for precursor starbases, I didn't look here. It's right on the border. It's camouflage, that's what it is. That's why I didn't see it. Look at that. Oh, hello. A Taiwan ship just hailing me out of nowhere?
Oh, it's the humans. Wimdu was all over the radio talking about you guys. Gosh, you're much drier looking in person.
What's all this? Wimdu, he's a character from the very beginning of the game. Was I supposed to find this sooner? What can you tell us about this precursor starbase?
We don't know that much about it. It seems to have been left behind by the Precursors, a race of aliens who died off a couple 100,000 years ago. You find garbage of theirs littered around all over the place. Some of it works, but not this.
Doesn't? We've been having a pretty nice conversation with them.
You what? It turned on for you? These things haven't turned on for anyone. Who are you guys anyway?
Just regular people, or probably the chosen ones destined to save the universe? Again, this feels like content that was supposed to be from earlier in the game. I mean, the fact that he brought up Wimdu, who hasn't been mentioned since the very beginning of the game, and even though I'm what, like 24 parts deep in this series, it probably doesn't matter what I say at this point. Probably the chosen ones as the viewers, or just regular people. Just say we're regular people.
Well, be careful, regular people. Precursor stuff can be pretty weird. If this thing turns on, it's most likely a trap meant to only go off for aliens with strange-looking ears like yours. So have fun with that.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, what the heck? It's right on the edge of Mukei territory. Like, why is there even a Taiwan ship here? That's so obnoxious. Like, I didn't search, like, I spent so much time searching. I didn't search here because I'd already searched here. And I didn't see it because it's blue against blue. Like, you know, whatever. Let's talk to them. Find it.
Caution. This facility has recently come online after 205,432 years. Starbase and storytelling functionality may not be delightful as normal. You should know that there have been recent disturbances in the manifold. A listen to the left of this one. The system in question is for Thunder. You find treasure there. Or perhaps the answer to a question you thought not to even ask. Hopefully it's the treasure thing.
I already visited Fafunder. I remember that name coming up. Anyway, tell us about yourself?
Checksums indicate large portions of my internal memory have been corrupted.
What a surprise.
Consequently, this facility only has limited information on the following topics. current events, distant events, and fun facts.
Alright, tell us about some current events.
Warning, this facility has lain dormant for 205,432 years, and consequently, its understanding of current events is not very current. The bulk of the news on file concerns the rise of the faction of 8. This is the name given to the octet of spacefaring civilizations moving into the vacuum being left by the coming departure of Exception, name not found. According to assessments by Exception, name not found researchers, the civilizations which make up the faction are cruel in a dull and extremely normal way. As with most such meta-civilizations, this is the 47th such important example. It is predicted they will make no more than a minor mark on the region.
Predicted they'll make no more than a minor mark on the region. Okay, tell us about distant events.
EGZ-8-1 is a high redshift galaxy located approximately 13 billion light years away. Formed during the reionization phase of the universe, it is one of the earliest known galaxies to have formed. Although our understanding of it is limited by the great distances between us, it is speculated that it had many friends, and together they had many great adventures.
Okay. Okay, I mean that sounds. I don't really have a sense of the scope of like. I mean, this entire game takes place in one small portion of one spur of one galaxy. Like, talking about distant galaxies, 13 billion light years away. When our own galaxy is something like, isn't it like 100,000 light years across, or was it 10,000? Something like that. Basically, we're talking about multiple orders of magnitude of distance further away, which, like, can we even get there? Can we even have, is it even possible for us to have any access to any information about it whatsoever? Let alone have anything influence it? But I don't know. Who knows, maybe the precursors had some even more advanced technology that allowed them to contact them. I don't know. Whatever. Regardless, tell us a fun fact.
Every star has a favorite planet amongst those orbiting it, but it'll never say which it is.
Okay. That's enough about you.
Is there anything else?
Let's do some starbase things. There was a pop-up that said there are new construction options. Is that true? No new sensors. Was the fragmentation missile there before? That might be a new thing. This will explode when it gets within range of the enemy. Not that I care enough to try it out. I'm content with the weaponry that I have right now. Mysterious hyperdrive? Enforcer drive? Don't even remember the Enforcer drive, but the one that I've got is already considerably faster, so... But yeah, because like, this is an early game thing I am apparently finding, which somehow overlooked. So it still has some of, you know, the amusing dialogue of the original game. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. Like I feel like the early game stuff was just generally like better written and more interesting. I'm not expecting to find anything of interest here. Why am I even looking?
Is there anything else?
No, I'm just going.
Exception, civil farewell knife.
So you said Fafunder, right? the objective is still there, even though I've see, it's grayed out because I've already been there. Like, I've already been there. Apparently I have to go there again in order to trigger its arbitrary event flag, whatever. Like I visited it because it happened to be this one isolated star, and I'm noticing that this game seems to like putting interesting things in isolated stars. I didn't really find anything of note there, though. I'd have to review my recording to remember what I found there. I mean, maybe there's something that's invisible until it's triggered by the precursor thing, but like triggered by visiting the precursor star base. Anyway, let's take a look. There's a little exclamation mark in the corner there. Was that exclamation mark even there the last time I visited? Unidentified object. I don't think that exclamation mark was there, you know? I'm going to review the recording. Well, after this trip, I'll review it.
Found some ruins here, Captain. A few hundred years old, at least. Definitely a spacefaring race, but nothing super advanced. About our level of tech. Okay, here's something. A monument. A memorial? Hang on, it's interfacing with the lander. Transmitting something. This looks like an encyclopedia. This is the entire history of these people. The Zivern. Apparently, when the Zivern met the Scribe immediately tried to destroy them. The Zivern fought back, and it worked, somehow. The Zivern managed to even find like-minded aliens who helped them. It ended about as you'd expect, in the ruins of Zivern civilization. But the Zivern never did learn why the Scribe had it out for them in the first place. Every conversation with the Scribe was about the same thing. Their arrogance for considering themselves a peer of the Scribe. The Scribe do not have peers, evidently. Well, that's interesting. And so is this. Blueprints for a Zivern warcraft. We'll probably find some use for that.
Zivern Stalker blueprints? Okay. And so, why is it important to have that hidden from me until I triggered the arbitrary event flag in this precursor starbase? That means that whatever this Zivern Stalker is, it was it had a barrier to entry of having to win the game first, like having to unlock the Ixraki and stuff. Apparently. Okay, hold on, let me check something. Okay, yeah, I just wanted to review my previous recording. Yeah, I can't remember if I edited it out on the video that I uploaded to YouTube, but I did visit this system, and this planet definitely did not have the exclamation mark there. So the presence of that thing was it was caused by sorry, where'd the starbase where'd it go? Where did the objective, did it move the objectives down to the bottom? There it is. Moved it almost down to the bottom there. So yeah, this Zifend or whatever it's called, this content was locked behind having to uncover the Exraki first, for some reason. Well, let's check into that. Let's see if I can build one of these ships. See what happens. See what it's like. See if it was worth having to wait until end game material or post end game material before you can have access to it.
Hello, welcome back.
Let's head back to Seoul. Can recrew while I'm here and check out Sirius Station. Oh yeah, I haven't saved it since I started this up. Let's save another slot, I guess. Back to boring post-game content. I'm sorry, it's just... Like I said, like... The, I get the definite feeling that the post-game content, like the DLC, was made by, like a different team or something.
Welcome back, Captain.
Yeah, you know, different teams, so they I don't know, they had there are differences in what they were allowed to do. Like there it is, different stalker. 26 points, 29-25 to recruit. Let's give it a whirl.
Anything else, Captain? Go get him, Captain. Whoever or wherever.
Like, I get the feeling that the folks making the DLC were told that they weren't allowed to
Welcome back to the training facility.
do anything that
What
could
sort of trial would you like to run?
do anything that could have an impact on the main overarching story. It had to be separate. Okay, so you got eradication ray and flat cannon. Okay, so this is the flat cannon, which is just this thing here. How is it for speed? I just damaged myself by running into an asteroid. Yeah, acceleration isn't great. Turning rate isn't the best either. It's amount of damage from this so-called eradication ray isn't the greatest either. You know, relatively speaking. Does that flat cannon actually even do anything to him? It didn't damage him at all. There it goes. Apparently it's a rather unreliable weapon.
Great work. So, would you like to run? No problem. Can I do anything else for you? No problem, Captain. Good.
Welcome back, Captain.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't really care much for this. There's hardly...
Anything else, Captain? Whoever or where?
It's hardly worth it. Oh well. Well, at least I got that objective, that optional objective checked off. Okay, what's next? You create the data system or teleback with the Barian or Libud's fate. Where was Vark again? Zeta Wendigo, right. Should I do that first, or should I go to Craig first? I don't know. Does it even matter? I've mostly kind of just checked out of being all that interested in this game, in this content here. I'm just doing it out of a sense of obligation, which is kind of a bad sign. I don't know, like, this, okay, this game had a lot of promise at the beginning, you know? It was very interesting in the beginning. And then there's this post-game content, this DLC content is just, there's a sharp decline in quality. And, it really feels like they're relying on quantity over quality, which is just generally a bad move, because it's like, not only are you suffering through content that sucks, but the suffering lasts extra long, you know? It's like, why would you do that? You know, I would much rather have a game which is short but sweet and is high quality, you know, like polish something that's short and have something short but good. Rather having it long and bad is just, or maybe I shouldn't call it bad. Maybe that's mean. It's mediocre. It's just whatever. It's filler. Whatever. Move on.
You're back. Have you found the librarian? Did you figure out the riddle?
Yeah, I could just tell him that he's in the Severance system. Found his remains. He'd been killed by the scribe. Get measured computer core. We had some questions for the librarian first. We're still waiting for that reward you promised. Okay, let's go with the lie. Killed by the scribe.
Scribe. The librarian could have been a great use to the Syndicate. Thank you for informing me. I will report this to my superiors. I had a bonus for you, but that was only for if you delivered me good news, and you didn't. So long.
Yeah. So much for that. I suppose there's anything else he has to say. Can I heal him again?
Thanks for your help. I'll make sure to put in a good word for you with anyone who asks, and maybe a few people who don't.
Yeah, that's it. That's that whole subplot wrapped up, I guess. I mean, I suspect that my my only interaction with the librarian, the measured librarian, is all done with anyways. So for plot purposes or subplot purposes, it probably doesn't even actually have any effect if I tell him where the librarian is. It's just another incident. It's just another instance of my actions not having any consequences. It's not showing the whole system? Oh well, let's go visit the exclamation mark first. Because this is my last non-green objective on the list, right? Like, it's the only thing I have, it's the only direction I have left. Unidentified object. I was expecting to see ships around here since it's supposed to be like a Syndicate hub or something. But whatever. Oh, that looks like a ship.
Found a wrecked ship, Captain. We'll see if we can get this thing flying again.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I should just stop playing. I mean, I'm basically doing nothing but complain at this point. But that's just kind of what this game has come down to. That looks like a Mjolnir there. Well, I guess I'll visit him for purposes of selling my critter meat. Greetings, Captain. Welcome to this military trading outpost. We look forward to it long, but probably not too long. Just standard stuff. How much, you got me like 3,000 RU worth. Anyway. Don't suppose he has any new construction options here. Not. Advanced cargo pod, was it? Did I have that before? Expands the cargo storage capacity of your ship even more? Huh. I don't remember seeing that before. Cargo pod, sure. This one's 15,000? That's expensive. And considering this one's just over 2,000. I mean, I don't need cargo pod, but it's interesting that they have that option. But yeah, I think that is a new thing. It's at this point in the game it's irrelevant, but it is a new thing. It'd be nice if the new options were highlighted in some way. Like when they're all laid out like this, like I don't know what's new. Oh well, wasn't really expecting anything of interest, really. I'm guessing that ship there is the one that I'm supposed to meet. So my imagination does it resemble the Zivern ship. Only a little larger. Syndicate captain? Excuse you. Go away. Would you be Mr. Krigg? I'm pushing E. Come on. Dot. Multiple instances of dot.
What's the password?
Oh yeah, he did give a password or something, didn't he? Twinkle123?
Twinkle123, huh? What a ridiculous password. Well, that means you've been talking with Var. That must have been fun for you.
We heard you had some work for us.
Indeed. The Kazanti and the Kawa are associate races within the Syndicate. They're currently fighting over the Kruger 60 systems. It's a waste of resources and time. The Syndicate needs them fighting other people. So I need you to go to Kruger 60A and Kruger 60B to find who's in charge of each side and end this nonsense. You'll probably have a hard time getting through the Kawa even. I still do. So your first step will probably need to be seeing Mertz. He's one of my lieutenants. He can hook you up with a translation device that will let you speak with the Kawa. He's been sulking about in Taiwan's space lately. You will find him in 70 off Yukai B.
It's more of the same. It's just he tells me what specific systems I go to, and then I go there, and then they tell me which system to go to next, and I go there. It's the same thing over and over again. Like I tell you, this they could have just had this as a visual novel format, and it would have improved things. And it also feels like it's getting further and further away from the supposedly more pressing plot line of what about Commander Megara? Like he got kidnapped, supposedly maybe by the Syndicate. Are we making any effort to find him? And what about the Lexites? are we concerned about them at all? They said they indicate they're bent on destroying humanity. What about the existential threat that the Lexites warned about? Isn't that a more pressing concern than all of this? Running errands for this nobody? This all feels disconnected from the things that feel like they should be a priority. You know? Like, why is the story putting emphasis on these unimportant things? This unimportant filler instead of what the actual story is about? It's like, you know what I mean? Like, the game keeps dangling these. Oh, hey, look, there's this more interesting stuff over here, but just focus on the boring filler instead. And then it just acts like it just completely forgets about the interesting stuff. And this is just, I don't know. It's just absolutely sucking my will to continue. Should I even be playing this anymore? This has gotten really dull, and I don't know if anyone even cares at this point. I don't know. Are people watching this series? Yeah. Anyway, okay, here we go. I'll finish off this episode anyway. So I've been times yeah. Had some questions about all this. Okay, we'll have the Kazanti Quawa thing. Ask me questions about all this.
Go on then. Ask your questions, if it'll help.
Tell us about the Syndicate. Yeah, right. The Kazanti before, what do you know about them?
The Kazanti cause a lot of headaches.
No kidding.
Do you get those? Did that translate? What's another way of saying it? They're a pain in the... Oh, you don't have those. Anyways, the Kazanti are charming and violent, and curious, and violent, and friendly, and violent. They're not actually very good at violence, though.
Yeah.
That's the real frustrating thing about them. They've had a hard go of it, though. Harder than most of us.
Yeah, that sums them up about pretty well. I'm starting to get impatient with how slowly this guy talks. I might turn off the... If I have to talk to this guy again, I'll probably turn off the voice acting. Okay, tell us about the Quawa.
The Kawa are pretty alien. Hard to communicate with. I honestly don't know much about them. Most people don't bother talking to them, to be honest. Most people just shoot them. Most people don't survive this. Don't shoot the Kawa, is my advice to you. They shoot back.
Okay. General stuff about the Syndicate, perhaps?
Well, whatever you've heard about us is wrong. I'm assuming you've mostly heard bad things about us. We're just trying to find a safe place. There's been a lot of people who have been chewed up and spit out by the Scribe Empire. And worse, they need a place to call home. A place to be safe. We help keep them safe. The Scribe call us criminals, but even existing is a crime in the eyes of the Scribe.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know. Maybe you haven't dealt with the Scribe too much.
I have no comment. Apparently, I have no comment about the fact that, well... I mean, I can't even say I defeated the Scribe. I mean, the Exraki did it. Push them back, but whatever, it has enough questions.
It better be.
Okay, I'll help you with this Xantikawa thing.
Well, you say that. I'll believe it when I see it. Good luck.
Okay, Kruger 60A, Kruger 60B. But he said first need to find Mertz in 70 LPOGB. Okay. Just trying to leave the system. Is it going to zoom out so I can see more? There we go. No more exclamation marks? Okay. Okay. Guess I'll save it in the same slot. Alright, now I have to remember how to spell Ophiuchi. There's 70 Ophiuchi B, yeah. So where is that? And also where's the where are the Kruger? Where are the Krugers? In that direction? Okay. Just curious. Yep. He's in Taiwan space, alright. Oh, is that a scribe ship? Yep. It's probably going to say the same thing as before. Yeah. Okay. Okay, here we go. Just keep fighting. Can I grab this thing? Thank you. There you go. And I lost some crew. Oh well. I guess I'll save her new slot. Settling dispute. Are you, Menkmac? I mean, I'll talk to him, I guess.
Well, well, well. I wasn't expecting company here. Space dust? Yes. Enemies also likely. But not company. Unless you are an enemy.
Why didn't you expect company here? We're not an enemy yet. Are you Mertz? Okay, there you go. Let's go with, why did you expect company here?
I am in Taiwan space. Not many folks come to Taiwan space. Not many folks worth talking to anyway. Which suits me.
Are you Mertz?
Uh-oh. I don't like it when people know more about me than I do about them.
Quick send us, we need your help to understand the Kawa.
Yes, that is my specialty. Listening, talking, understanding, eavesdropping. If only Krieg was better at those particular skills. Here I am facing an existential crisis, and he's still got me giving translation lessons.
Existential
Did he
crisis.
say anything about helping me out with the scribe? I know about your knack for dealing with them.
Oh, do you? He just sent me here because we need a translation for this Kawa. You gotten pretty good at blowing up Scribe? Sure.
Yes, what is your secret to blowing up scribes so effectively?
Shoot at them lots. You have to wave expendable ships, nukes. A magician never reveals their secrets. I mean, none of these are accurate. It's the Gatling laser just spamming with shots. Let's go with nukes.
I have only heard good things about those. Well, either way, I refuse to be Krieg's little errand make-mac until I get back what was taken from me.
Oh, great.
Perhaps you'll be more receptive to my begging than he was. In the most recent Make-Mac homeworld apocalypse, my favorite pet died.
Aww.
A little Radskillian terrier. It used to stab me and the neighborhood children with its little barbs. It was so adorable. I miss it very much. In the months since, I've often looked back at records I kept of its life. But the data crystal containing those records was seized from me recently by a scribe praetor, along with various other goods whose purpose I won't really get into. The scribe praetor is currently in Beta Arachnis. If you could return to me with this data crystal, my life will finally have joy once again. Or at least less misery. Then you will have your Kwawa translation device.
Sure. He pronounces it Kwawa. You could take this cage alien pet we picked up along the way. Oh, is that what that was? I remember I found a cage alien pet at one point and never knew what to do with it.
Thank you, that is very kind.
It's my only option.
Perhaps this new pet will help fill the void in my shambles of a life. Though I confess, I do not think I will have proper closure until the data crystal is returned to me.
Sure,
I will
fine.
be waiting.
It's like, yeah, he's sending me another fetch quest. Who predicted that? Let's take a look at this exclamation mark thing on the planet. What over here? Oh, it's one of these.
Found a wrecked ship, Captain.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if we can get this thing flying again.
It's one of those battle cruiser kind of deals. Okay, sorry, Iraq, what was it? The system you want me to go to? Arachnis? Beta Arachnis. It's playing the Taiwan music. It's a bit at odds with the running into the Sky ship and then the sorry, was it Beta? Beta Arachnis. Yeah. I have a feeling if I hadn't found the cage pet ahead of time, he was going to send me to do that next. So, saved a bit of time, I guess. Yeah, you see, that's what the game is now. It's just a bunch of fetch quests. It's just go here, now go here, now go here, now go here. It's... I don't know. Like, the early game was more interesting. There was, like, more signs of interspecies interaction, for one thing. At least this guy had some voice acting. He got the Menkmac voice actor back for this.
The scribe once broke up a hustle we were working in the system with some colorful characters. We should look around and see if we find anything.
So this scribe ship might have something different to say. Maybe. Or it might just be the same standard dialogue. We'll see.
Humans have come this far too. And not just any humans I see, the first humans. The captain. What are you doing here, humans?
And we're looking for data crystal. Should be direction to the point. Whereas it's this whole big thing. There's a Micmac and a criminal syndicate and a dead pet. Let's go with the data crystal option.
You were sent here by nerds, weren't you?
He knows him.
He has been mewling at me with his annoying voice for months now. My answer to you is the same as my answer to him. The data is the property of the Empire.
Why do you even care about the data crystal? It just has pictures of pets. Well, mind you, it's possible Mercs lied about that because that's kind of their whole thing. What's on this data crystal?
Data. Human, I do not have time to examine everything I confiscate from wayward client species. In time, the crystal will be turned over to a measured vessel, and its contents processed. Until then, it simply doesn't matter what's on it. Only that it remains in my possession.
Yeah, okay, fine. Is there any way we can maybe just give it to us? Probably not.
Just give that to you? This is the absurd human incompetence I've heard about. But perhaps I could turn that to good use. You have no doubt noticed that the Scribe Navy has been crippled. Assaults from the extracted, famished, and humans have taken their toll. The Dragon can no longer be relied upon, to say nothing of our less reliable board species. And now the Syndicate threaten our borders. Our ship manufacturing cannot keep up with demand, but perhaps you can. You somehow have access to those damn precursor relics. Those star bases that refused millennia of our probing. Use them. I will transmit to you the schematics for some Scribe vessels. Fabricate for me a fleet of a battle cruiser, light cruiser, dominator, and crusher. Don't fret, I will not use them against you. I will use them against the Syndicate. Thwarting their rise is in our mutual interest, human. If you do this for me, I will also part with the data crystal your friend seeks. Though I am unsure how receptive the other Scribe legates will be. And, in whatever way I can, speak with the other Scribe. Perhaps we can cease the needless hostilities between our kind.
Really? Well, okay, I mean, this seems like another moral choice thing, which could be really interesting, except as we've pretty well established now, consequences have no meaning. There are no consequences in this. Like, like on the surface it seems really bad to help the Scribe build up a new fleet, you know? Like, they use it to enslave and torture and so on other races. I mean, they say they're just going to use it on the Syndicate, and the Syndicate are also reportedly into like slave trading and stuff too, among other crimes. And so, you know, maybe it's just this is a matter of pitting two bad guys against each other, and maybe it'll end up being fine. If this was a more competently written game, I might expect that helping the Scribe out will mean dire consequences later on the line when they use those ships either against me or against friends of mine or something like that. You know, it might end up. It could be that sort of action bites me in the butt later on. But I don't have the confidence that the I don't expect my actions to have consequences at this point, because this post game content feels like it's deliberately disconnected from the main game. So I don't think this is actually going to have any effect on anything. Not sure how we feel about arming someone who wants to wipe out humanity. So let's go with the sort of neutral, like we're unsure option first.
I will not apologize for the noble intentions of the Scribe. Even you can see the chaotic effects humans have had on the region. But that does not matter now. What matters is the shared enemies we both have.
Yeah, whatever. We'll deliver the ships to you.
I am grateful, human.
Like, it probably doesn't matter. It probably doesn't matter. Delivering the ships to them. Let's see how this goes. Just gonna pick up some precious metals just for the heck of it. Oh, are these those critters which, like, pop their head out? Yeah, there you go. Got a bad angle on this. Oh, come on, jerk. At least this isn't actually doing damage to me. Okay, that's enough out of you.
Looks like we got a crashed scribe ship here. This one looks like a cargo ship. A lot of useful looking minerals in here. The crates are covered in something which doesn't look like scribe writing. Maybe they stole them from some poor aliens. Well, let's steal them right back.
10,000 are you? Huh. At one point in the game, it would have might have been a lot. But I have over 400,000, so it's like, it's basically nothing. Okay, well, let's go to our new starbase that we just found, and let's build these ships, I guess. Yeah, like I said, this game at this point just feels like a bunch of fetch quests. Occasionally stuff comes up. Occasionally stuff comes up which looks like, oh, this would be really interesting, but then it doesn't do anything with it. Like, oh, the Lexites are back. Oh, that's interesting. But then they just go away and the game forgets about them. It's like, oh, they're worrying about an existential threat, but we don't bring it up and nothing comes of it. Oh no, they kidnapped the Starbase commander, but then we just kind of forget about it and go on to other things. We learn about the Faction of 8. We meet one of their members, and then he just kind of says, go away. It's just over and over again, like, things which could have been interesting, it just doesn't go anywhere. And I just am at a point where hiring an interceptor. Laser and bullet ship, laser, who cares? Shadow Destroyer. This is a neat little ship, but let's just get rid of that. So is it battle? I already have a battle cruiser. So are these the four that I want? Like cruiser, dominator, crusher, battle cruiser. Hold on, let me just confirm that before I. It was four different ships, I believe. Battle cruiser, light cruiser, dominator, and crusher. Yeah. Okay. Oops.
Hello, welcome back.
Okay, so light cruiser and dominator and crusher. Can I get another battle cruiser? I guess not. I need more docking bays. So I guess I'm gonna have to get rid of the one that I acquired.
Is there anything else? Exception, civil farewell.
Oh well. Okay. So I built them. Gave me credit for that. Well, I mean, I already had the battle cruiser. I just found that one. Sidnus? Is that his name, or is that the name of the? Is that the name of the planet? This guy didn't introduce himself. I mean, I'm not aware of any of them having any names. What's taking up one inventory space? Oh, right, that's the that one life form that I killed. It's one unit of critter meat. Alright. Let's deliver these ships.
Hello again, human. Have you fabricated the scribe fleet I requested?
Yes, we have your ships free here. Not yet. Tell us who you are again. We change your minds or take that down by force. I mean, that could be a neat way of getting scribe ships in your fleet without, you know, the moral consequences of helping the scribe. But whatever. Let's give them the ships.
Thank you, human. I will see to it that this fleet is used to defend the borders of scribe territory only. And that was only the first of my promises. Here is our data crystal. Finally, as discussed, I will try to realign the priorities of the other scribe legates in regards to their plans for destroying all humans. Though here, I make no promises. Individual legates may be unable to look past your savagery. And that is how our business conducted. It has almost been a pleasure. Goodbye, human.
Huh. It's the closest thing we've had to a pleasant interaction with the scribe in this game. How about that?
I guess we should return this valuable pet data to the Micmac now, Captain.
I have a sneaking suspicion it isn't actually pet data. I'm half tempted to try visiting the measured and have them process it like the scribe originally intended, but I don't think the game is that sophisticated. So, shoot, where was it I was supposed to go again? There we go, 70 of the OGP. Yeah, see, and this is the rest of this is just spending time sitting here waiting to travel between the systems. The game's just dull at this point. Yeah, it was so interesting at the beginning. It had so much promise, and then yeah, and then someone decided that quantity is better than quality. Yeah, we should save it. Settle the dispute. Maybe I should have saved a different slot. I don't know.
Hey, it's you!
Just
The scribe pummeling human captain! Have you done it? Have you found the data crystal?
yeah, we got it. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should have saved in case I wanted to try the other option with the scribe, but yeah.
You've done it! You've really done it! Waffles! My dear Waffles! You've returned to me! I can't believe you actually helped. You're the first person I've dealt with in months who didn't seem like you were considering murdering me.
Your red scaly terrier was named Waffles?
Yes, it's a family name.
Sure. Well, you now give us the Koa translation data.
Yeah, of course. Here you go. Hope it makes you happy. You're more of a nagger than that bloody agent. Oh, never mind. I didn't say anything.
Do you mean H said it with liberators? It's awfully specific. Okay.
Oh, you must be working for them too, then. That's a relief. Krieg's always looking for defectors. I can't be too careful. Yeah, Agent 71 contacted me. When I heard both they and the Syndicate wanted me, I was like, who's going to pay me the most money? That's all I need to know. It turns out it's the Liberators. So I started working for them. They wanted me to weaken the Syndicate, so I do that. So, while I do odd jobs for the Syndicate, I also try and stir things up for them, especially between the Kazanti and the Kwawa.
Well, I mean, is that implying that this guy Mertz is the one that started this conflict between them in the first place? It's kind of funny. Must be stressful working for both. Yes, we're working for both groups too. And I've been stirring up the Kazanti and Koa.
It wasn't too hard. I told them about some planets they both wanted to settle, and that they were planning on attacking each other over it. In reality, they have totally different biological needs, and couldn't even settle these same planets. Morons. That's why they're fighting over 2 systems. Oh no, here comes Krieg. What's he doing here? If he's here, it's bad news.
Oh.
Don't say anything incriminating about me. And especially don't mention the Liberators, or what I just told you.
Oh, you're giving me orders now, are you, Mertz? Hello. It's Krieg coming in here for
You concern me, Mertz.
Oh, right.
Alara has alerted me that someone within our ranks is leaking information to the Liberators. And our base recently suffered an internal detonation. Precious relics and talent were lost. I have good reason to suspect this leak is you, Mertz.
What? No reason to suspect me. Just doing regular things here, boss. Regular, non-treacherous things. So loyal.
Human, have you noticed anything suspicious about Mertz?
Nope, First has been very helpful. I have the translation data now. You admitted to working for the Liberators and Cousins. That's mean. Let's go with Merch has been very helpful. I have the translation data now. It's not a lie.
Good. I'm glad to hear this, Mertz. You must have finally gotten over that damn pet of yours.
Yes, of course. No worries, boss.
Well then, I better look elsewhere for this Syndicate leak. But I have my eye on you, Mertz. As for you, human, carry on with your task. I'll be back in Vega, awaiting your good news.
Okay. And, this is another thing which could, again, if my actions had consequences, it could mean something. If just save a different slot, I guess. Still settling dispute after giving scribe ships, I guess. Yeah, like this is another thing which could, if my actions had consequences in the game, this could be another significant moral choice, where like not just moral choice, but something that could have consequences on the future. Like if I sell out merchants and say that he's the one that is helping the liberators, it takes suspicion off of me. But I lose any potential reward or Mertz might have helped me with. But if I don't sell up Mertz, then maybe Mertz helps me with something else. But it means that, as Crick said, he has to look elsewhere for the leak, and maybe he ends up looking at me, and maybe that ends up blowing my cover or whatever. But again, I just don't get the feeling that the writing of this is that sophisticated. It's one of those things that it could be interesting. It has the potential to be interesting, but it's like I just don't have the confidence in the writers. Because they pick up and drop plot points on a whim regularly. Anyway.
Oh, thank goodness for that. I was worried Krieg had caught on to my scheme.
You're welcome. Or you be careful now. Let's go. You're welcome.
Oh yes, thank you. Maybe I shouldn't have double-crossed the Galactic Criminal Syndicate. Won't make that mistake more than 2 or 3 more times. Anyway, I think my position here is secure for a bit longer. You were a big help with that. Probably best if we don't talk to each other too much going forward, though. So, see ya.
Sure. Like, is that choice going to have consequences in the future? Who knows? Like, selling out Mertz might also have, it could possibly have also had consequences in the form of, endearing Krieg to me or whatever, but should I talk to the Xandi first or the Quawa first? Probably better if I talk to the... Oh, I just... In the Kruger season, it doesn't say which one was which. Which one was an A and which one was B? I don't even remember. Oh well, let's go to B first, I guess. Let's at least get this little mini quest thing done and over with. Maybe after this I'll revisit the Liberators and see if they have anything new to say. Alright, okay, there's some kind of fighting going on here, looks like. Am I able to talk to these folks?
No. talk time. This is not the time to talk.
Okay. So those green ones are Quawa. So this is a Quawa ship over here. And so the little art in the thumbnails. Somebody posted in the Star Control forums there a link to the original art. Apparently the art is a lot more detailed than it appears. It's kind of squandered a little in this game, but hold on.
Time for asking what you want.
Tell us about yourselves. You come to Sandy. Never mind. Okay. Tell us about yourselves.
We do not have time for this. We are engaged in a short conflict with the Kazanti, which is threatening to become a long conflict. We don't have time to care about you, nor time to share information about ourselves.
Yeah, like this artwork is one of the pieces that was in that lineup of art. Apparently, it was. I think it's called Project 6014. There was a Star Control spin-off, like fan-made project, which I don't know how far along that got it. I think there was a demo out or something. I never played it or got into it. But yeah, there's a fan-made project based on Star Control 2, which had new artwork and new races and stuff. And this was one of them. And like the artwork for Vark was one of them too, and the artwork for Krieg was one of them, and the artwork for the I've already forgotten their names. The Urpox was one of them, and yeah, all these throwaway thumbnail things they were used in a lot of those, but the actual image was like this size, you know, it was a sizable image. And it's shrunk down, so you can't see the detail in it. But a lot of work went into this artwork, and it's you don't really get to appreciate it in the game. But yeah, that's some good artists working for them there. Anyway, we've come to end your conflict with the Kazanti.
Why would you do this? We have spent much time considering our conflict with the Kazanti. We have good reason for it. You have not spent this time. You are arrogant. You think you know more about this than us?
No one's fighting this fight with the damn Kazanti. Okay, so why are you actually fighting the Kazanti?
They have wasted our time trying to usurp the world that we claimed. They have also wasted our lives, which we are equally angry about.
Okay, stop this stupid feud. The Syndicate needs you fighting other people, or your conflict is orchestrated by the Liberators to weaken the Syndicate. Okay. Okay, well, this might lead to, I mean, again, if this is more confidently written, this might lead to awkward questions about how do I know this. But, let's go with this, whatever.
Outrageous. We received intelligence. The Kazanti were about to strike our fields over a planet we had already claimed. So we attacked first.
Where exactly did this intelligence come from?
It was an anonymous source. But it was accurate. The Kazanti had already mobilized to engage us.
Okay, have you asked them the exact planet you're fighting over? Sure.
We did not.
You're fighting over two separate planets in two different systems.
That would explain much. Their battle strategy did seem odd. Very well. We will reach out the Kazanti and get to the bottom of this. They are suspicious and ugly. Will they take the time to see reason? Possibly. They will wish for an end to hostilities. Kazanti ships fold like wet leaves. Your intervention is noted.
Okay. So they just heard, hey, these guys are preparing to attack you, and then they struck first and didn't even bother questioning what the conflict was about? No. Are these guys going to want to talk to me now? You talk to Kazanti? Okay, let's see what they have to say.
So we've got orders not to shoot you. Orders I personally disagree with. Probably best if you don't test how good I am at following them. So, go away.
Okay. It's this ship here. Like, so 2 Qua fighters. What's this one here? I'm just curious. Is that another Kazanti ship? Yeah, so I figured. Okay, so if they've stopped fighting here, is there any point in visiting the other system? I don't know, but I'm going to visit it anyway. There are little explosions up around, rippling around 2 Kazanti ships, but there's no ship for them to fight with. That doesn't make much sense. Is this Quawa ship supposed to be flying around there, perhaps?
No, this is not the time for talk.
Okay. I guess I'm supposed to talk to the Kazanti ship, which is over here.
What do you want, Showrunner? Do you want me to blow you to hell? Because I'm considering it. But the Syndicate have told us not to. Don't ask that.
Close communication channel. Okay, that's it. So why is there fighting going on here still?
It's the humans. Guess you're working along with us now. Try not to get in our way, or say anything, or do anything. Okay? Probably best if you just do whatever you're doing somewhere else entirely.
Okay. I mean, there's still, like, fighting going on there. And the Quawa don't want to talk. It's all kind of odd. Like, did the writers forget that once you've settled the dispute, they should stop fighting? It kind of comes across as just, you know, being poorly written or poorly, I don't know, just generally poorly planned. I'm thinking of visiting the Liberators, see if they debrief Agent 71 on Craig's new task for us. Oh, should I have done that first? I didn't study the objectives very closely. Maybe I should have talked to Agent 71 first. Oh well, better late than never. Probably, maybe. Here's frigate. Is this Agent 71? There you are.
Hello again, human. Hope things are going well with the Syndicate.
Vark's boss, Craigie, wants us to end a Syndicate feud between the Quawa and Kazanti.
Yes. That was orchestrated by Mertz. He's a Menkmac who is also working for us. Getting the Syndicate to destroy each other saves us the trouble of having to do it ourselves. We've done this a few times before, in fact. It's not difficult. The Syndicate lack our unity of purpose. In fact, if it's possible, we'd like to escalate this conflict even further.
Oops.
We have access to weapons technology far in advance of what those thralls of the Syndicate possess. If you supply one of those factions with this weaponry, they'll easily be able to eradicate the other. I'd suggest arming the Quara. They'll trust you. Thanks to your sour history with the Kazanti, they'd find it very plausible you'd like to see the Kazanti destroyed.
Can we have some of these power-ups for ourselves? That's morally dubious. Cunning plan. Here we go. Morally dubious?
We liberators are few in numbers. We often make use of plans like this. And our cause is just. The destruction of the Syndicate would do the galaxy a great favor. We'll send over the weapons now.
Okay. Arm the Quara with the Liberator weaponry. But I've already stopped the fighting, so is that... This seems redundant at this point. I don't know, I think I need to review the recording and look a little more closely at the objectives. Like, was the option to debrief Agent 71 present before that? Why is there still fighting going on here? I thought the fighting ended. I think that was the... I'm a bit confused. Okay, I think I want to talk to the Quella captain now.
Time for goodbye.
Oh, okay. You don't have the option of arming them.
No, Tactile, this is not the time to talk.
It still has this animated battle going on. I may have broken the game by doing this in the wrong order.
No, this is not the time to talk.
Okay, well, I mean, I think I saved it after I ended the conflict, so, where's Vega again? I saved it after ending the dispute. So if I intended to reload and follow the Liberator's plan, then I probably have to reload the previous save. Let's just refuel. Oh, yeah. Can I get myself a Scribe Bakuza back? It was kind of neat. Okay, so save one more time, and also let us go to options and just turn off the speech for a bit. I'm just going to read his lines out loud rather than wait for him to finish his speaking. You're back, alive, nice to see. Any luck with the Kazanti and Kwawa? As we talk sense to the Kwawa, also the whole thing is orchestrated by the Liberators. Okay, apparently I'm giving away the Liberators game here. That's good, that's very good. With that out of the way, it's time we dealt with these Liberators for good. They've caused us too many setbacks. There's going to be some other people who will want to talk to you, Syndicate people, important ones. Don't tell anyone this, but there's a hidden star system in the Triad cluster. There we have our headquarters in the sector. I'm sending you the navigation data. You should be able to see it on your sector map now. You should go there. Now then, you've tied off the last of my business here. Be seeing you around. So we can... Oh, he's gone. He's taking off faster than I can move. Yeah, I get the definite feeling I broke the game and don't have that. Like, it still says arm the Kwawa with the Liberator weaponry. Hold on a second, let me check something here. Okay, just as I thought. So yeah, over in the Star Control forum, someone made a comment that there comes a point where you get locked into helping either the Liberators or the Syndicate, and I think I just accidentally crossed that point. He had it spoiler texted, and I didn't really pay that much heed, but I looked at underneath the spoiler text stuff and it said, yeah, when you have the option of helping one side or settling a dispute, that's the point where you should save, and it's the point of no return. Oops, okay. I mean, if I intended to help the Liberators, apparently I should have visited Liberators sooner than that. Do I care enough about this game to reload and do that over again? I mean, I just have to go. Like, how far? I didn't even have to go that far back. I mean, there's the. Okay, well, yeah, the autos. This is me talking to the Menkmac. I think this is like the last time I... Refresh my memory. Where was this save game? Yeah, because I already gave the ships to the scribe at this point. So I can probably just breeze through this.
Describe. Have you done it? Have you found the data Chris? You've done waffles. I can't, but you're the first person I've dealt with in years. It's a family name.
Happy to help.
Are you? I bet you don't even care and just help me because you were forced to. Yeah, of course. Here you go. Hope it makes you happy. You're more of a nagger than that bloody agent. Oh, never mind. I didn't say anything.
Which agent is that?
No agent. Forget I said anything.
You mean agent? I don't have any option except to ask.
Oh, you must be working for them too then. Krieg's yeah, Agent 71. It turns out. So, while I do odd jobs for the Syndicate, I also try and stir things up for them, especially between the Kazanti and the Kwawa.
Must be stressful work for both.
It's also incredibly tense and dangerous. I'm kind of looking for a way out of the situation.
You heard both groups too.
Well, aren't you in high demand? I guess that makes us something like colleagues then. wasn't too. I told Andrea.
This is the same.
If he's here, don't say anything, and especially don't mention the Liberator.
Can I talk to him again? He was able to talk to him again even before Crick got here.
Look, it's like I said. Don't say anything, all right? I know Crick. Let me do all the talking.
Oh, okay. Oh, neat. It interrupted Crick's programming when he was rushing towards me.
You concern me, Alara and I have
What? Just do it regular. So,
you.
This is the same.
Have you noticed anything good? I'm glad.
yeah.
Well, but I have. As
The
for
same.
I'll be back in Vega.
And I think I can talk to him again, but he's just going to say the same stuff again, right?
Oh, I was worried Krieg had caught on to my scheme.
You hear him
Oh
again.
yes, thank you. Maybe I shouldn't have double-crossed the girl. Won't make anyway. I think probably. So, see ya.
Yeah, debrief H71 Craig's new task for us. So that option appeared before I visited them. Although some part of me wonders, like, I mean, assuming the kidnapping of Commander Megara subplot is going to come up again, if helping the Syndicate helps bring that subplot back again, they can say, oh hey, can you do me a favor and let him go or something. On the other hand, it suddenly occurs to me that there is a distinct possibility that they didn't have access to the voice actor for Commander Megara, so they had to come up with a reason for him to not be around. I wouldn't surprise me if that was the case. Who knows, really? It's Agent 96 again. Yeah, the art for Agent 96 was also in that lineup of UArt. Okay.
Hello, hope things are going well with the Syndicate. Getting the siege done. In fact, we have with you, so I'd suggest arming the Quara.
Can
They'll
we?
trust you, thanks to your sour history with
Can we have some of
the
these weapons
They find
ourselves?
it numb. In fact, when we commence the plan, we'll ensure there are safeguards installed on the weapons to prevent you from using them. Direct action from humans will cause more problems than it solves. For now, at least. Perhaps in the future, we can revisit this.
How plot convenient. Let's go with the cunning plan.
Thank you. We Liberators are few in numbers. We often make use of plans like this, and our cause is just. The Destructor will send over the weapons now.
Okay. So the rest was all the same. Save a new slot. Helping Liberators properly this time. Okay, I need to use the washer motor back. And back, and continuing on. Let's deliver these weapons. And let's go talk to the Quawa captain. You know what? I could probably get to him faster if I just hold on. If I leave out this side of the system and then just go wee, because the ship accelerates so slowly and moves so slowly that's probably faster just approaching from this direction.
Time for asking what you want. We are engaged. We don't have time to care about you. No time to share information about ourselves.
Come to arm you with your deadly weapons to use against the Kazanti.
Why would you take the time to do this?
Kazanti have attacked humans countless times. Yep, that's true. Just watching Valiant's fight.
We have seen the Kazanti do things like this many times. But you are a young species. You have not had the time to develop powerful weapons.
It does sound suspicious, doesn't it?
Where have these weapons come from?
From captured extraction ships, or that's classified? Oh, interesting. You can just lie, or I can just... Okay, let's go with let's get classified. I'm just curious.
Very well. We will take the time to try out these new weapons. Thank you, human, for now.
I get the definite feeling that it's another thing, that's another choice which wouldn't have had any consequences. Find a way to reason with the Quawa or report back to Craig in the Vega system. Find a way to reason with them? Maybe it's good to have an exit. If this is the point of no return kind of deal, maybe it's good to have another hard save. Gave Quawa, or is it Quawa? Weapons. So, should I? Okay, I see. This is under the heading Syndicate. So this is the objective. Find a way to reason with the Quawa is the for. Yeah. See, they're clearly delineated. These objectives are for helping the Liberators. These ones are for helping the Syndicate. But if I report back to Craig, it's just what am I even gonna tell him? That things got worse? Am I reporting to him that I helped the Liberators after all? I don't know, it's showing up as my objective, so let's go here and see what happens. The system is so big and I'd have to just take time to travel across it. And I can't make my ship any faster. This is as fast as it goes. Because even with as many speed upgrades as I could put on it. So the critter meat, fill me up. Every time I click on that fill me up button, all I can think is fill me up inside or something. I don't know. That Evanescence song pops into mind. Those aren't actually lyrics, but you know. Okay, so what's Greg gonna say? I didn't turn off the voices. Oh well.
The Kazanti are getting annihilated by the Kawa. What the hell happened?
You're armed with the other weapons from the Liberators. What? We have no idea. Let's see.
Of course. That certainly isn't Kawa technology they're tossing around. There's only one way this is getting resolved. But I can't be the one to tell you to do it. There's a hidden star system in the Tria cluster. I'll send you the navigation data for it now, so you can see it on your sector map. There are Syndicate there at our headquarters for the sector. The boss will want to speak to you about our problems with the Liberators, and how you're going to solve them. He's seeing you around.
Okay, so he gives me he gives me the location either way. I'm curious. What if I pick the other option? What if I play dumb and say, oh, I have no idea what happened? Does he still give that information to me?
The Kazanti are getting annihilated. Someone must have armed them with stronger weapons. That certainly isn't Kawa technology they're tossing around. I, of course, suspect the Liberators. These cheap tactics are typical of them. There's only one way this is getting resolved. But I can't be the one to tell you to do it. There's a hidden star system. There are Syndicate, and how you'll be seeing you around.
So yeah, it doesn't matter which option you choose. Regardless of how you do it, the story directs you back to the whether you help the Liberators or you help the Syndicate. He tells you where to go in the Tria cluster. It doesn't matter what options you choose. And that whole thing of it doesn't matter what options you choose is just kind of par for the course in this post-game content. Because it's just leading you on through a story that they have written for you. And I say again, like, it just feels like a visual novel with extra steps, I guess. So where is Tria? Newly revealed system in the Tria cluster. Okay, so I've been to Alpha Tria B. Are we talking about Gamma Tria? I think I want to quick stop by the Liberators' place first and see if they have anything new to say now that I've carried out Agent 71's plan. Yeah, I should have done the same trick and just circled around and come from the south, so that I don't have to spend time traveling through the system. Oh well.
Have you armed the Quora yet?
Yes.
Excellent. Thanks to you, the strength and stability of the Syndicate wanes. You've done incredible work so far. I think the Syndicate is weak enough in this sector to finally push them out forever. We need to destroy their headquarters. Without it, the Syndicate will be reduced to disarray. Find it for us, and destroy it. I will provide you with a potent weapon of ours to make this easier for you. The spread fire laser is deadly, but very inaccurate. It'll be perfect against a target as large as the Syndicate headquarters.
Received scatter fire laser? Okay. We've been told the Syndicate headquarters is in a hidden system in the Tria cluster.
Well done. The only thing left is to destroy it. You're as well equipped as anyone. I will leave the honor to you.
Okay. It certainly feels like, I mean, Craig gave us the location of the Syndicate headquarters, regardless of what choices I made in the Xanti-Quoa conflict. So surely this option wouldn't have changed either way, too. So, okay, scatter fire laser, you said? Is that a new weapon I can equip my ship with, or...? I don't see scatter fire laser listed here. I have too much stuff. Okay, so, I mean, Tria is... I have a feeling Gamma Tria is the one that I want to go to, but just out of curiosity, let me just stop by Earth and, you know, just for purposes of, I want to see if is this a new weapon I can equip on my ship, and if so, can I test it in Ceres Station? Just want to check that out. Though I have a feeling this might be a waste of time here. Then again, a lot of this post-game content feels like a waste of time anyway, so par for the course. It sounds awful and cynical. And again, you know, there's no mention in any of that. There's no mention of Commander Bagheera or like this game just completely forgot about that. Like so much else it forgot about.
Welcome back, Captain.
So Gatling laser, Smith ray, scatterfire laser. Saturates a wide cone with deadly but inaccurate laser barrages. Yeah, let's check it out.
Anything else, Captain? Go get him, whoever or wherever.
I'm just curious to see what this looks like.
Welcome back to the training. What sort of trial would you like?
Really?
Great work. So, would you like to run another trial?
Sorry, how much damage did that do per shot? Okay, first of all, how kind of energy requirements does it have? Okay, this is a pretty nice weapon. I mean, like I said, it's hard to aim. But yeah, that just one shot took off a majority of the crew. Yeah, if my objective was to fire, if I was fighting a single target, yeah, I can't hit him even when he's right in front of me. Yeah, like I don't know about this.
Great. So, would you like to run another? No problem. Can I do anything else for you? No problem, Captain. Go.
I'll Jury's out on it. I'll give it a try, I guess. See how it works in actual combat. I have a sneaking suspicion that it's going to be a bit annoying to fight with if I have a single target to fight with. Anyway, let's see what happens when I fly to their headquarters. Like, is it going to be as simple as, okay, fly to that and destroy it? Is that it? Or is it going to send me another series of fetch quests? I mean, I feel like I should just wrap up this recording now. But if this really is me going to destroy the Syndicate headquarters and this is it, this is the end of the post-game content, then I figure I might as well see it through in one session.
This system was the target of one of our deep space friendship attention surveys.
Okay, the fact that Umdu popped up might mean that, oops, crap, that's not what I meant to do. Looking for Syndicate headquarters. There you go. So there's a nail near there, which is like, well, I'll get fuel from them, I guess. And just for the heck of it, I mean, I'll take a look, see if there's, is there anything new here? Probably not. I don't think there's anything new here. I mean, the mysterious hyperdrive, I think it's already 95% speed. There's not going to be anything that's even faster than that. Not expecting anything new here. I'm just looking as a matter of course, because like if I could buy more of these things, then do it in a second. I only have the one. Okay, I don't think there's anything new here. I'm just curious. Oh yeah, I wanted to get another Scribe Battlecruiser. Oops. Did I completely forget to refuel while I was there? I have a feeling this isn't it. I think the actual headquarters is going to be something that's floating in space, hence the suggestion of using the scattered fire laser on it. You know, that whole notion of it being a big target to shoot at.
We found a wrecked Taiwan vessel, Captain. Captain, this ship isn't empty. There are still Taiwan here. They say they were sent out on a deep space friendship potential survey. But instead of looking for friends, they hid here. They've promised to give us valuable resources if we don't tell anyone they're here. Sounds like a good deal to me. These are easily the coolest Taiwan I've ever met.
Huh. 5,000 RU. Weird. Taiwan who are trying to avoid people. That's, seems unusual. Okay, so it wasn't Gamma Tria, but it's Alpha Tria A or Beta Tria. Presuming it's going to be one of the ones that I haven't been to yet. But yeah, I mean, just the fact that Wimdu spoke up kind of suggested to me that it's Kazanti.
It is the humans who have been rampaging through my kin. What is left to say, humans?
How much time to die?
You're worse than I.
Shall I try this in combat? I guess. Wow. Okay, no exclamation marks, no stations, nothing. Doesn't seem to be anything of interest there. There's only one left. Alpha Tria A. After this, I'll visit the stars that I've already visited before.
It is the human. What is left to say, humans? Oh, morality.
Okay, like, nothing here. So that was Alpha Tria A. We could try visiting Alpha Tria B, which I've already been to before. And there's an exclamation mark there, but if I've already been here before, I might have already looked at it. But that might just be, I don't know. It says ruins. I've been here before. I'm gonna take a look anyway. Just in the interest of thoroughness.
We're back at those ruins, Captain. Not much more we can do here.
So yeah, so nothing of interest here. All the resources collected. There's nothing here at all. I see a shattered world there. That's oops. Nothing here. Where the heck is this Syndicate headquarters? I feel like I'm chasing wild geese again. Okay, so there's Alpha Tria A, Alpha Tria B, Beta Tria, Gamma Tria. Didn't I already... What's that there? It looked like there were ships there. I think Beta Tria is where I just was. There's also this. This isn't this Tempest Cove? Oh, okay, is this it? So it wasn't actually part of the Tria cluster at all, it was just something separate, okay. So I'm guessing this is the Syndicate headquarters, okay.
Hello, humans. I hope you had lots of trouble finding the place.
A bit. Craig said you had some work for us. Who are you? Is place at Bruno's place. Let's go with who are you?
My name's Horvath. I'm a speaker for the powers that be. Or am I the powers that be? Might be hard to get a clear answer out of me. But you should probably be pretty nice to me. Now then, Craig sent you here. You've been doing good work for him. Who'd have thought a human ship would become such a valuable asset to the Syndicate? If you are actually a valuable asset to the Syndicate.
So am I gonna fight them or what? Like what's like, am I gonna fight them, or am I gonna try to seek out information about Commander Megara, or something's about us? That's whatever Crick said about us is a lie, unless it was good and it was true. You don't trust us.
No. But we don't have to trust each other to work together. So long as you know your place. We're currently a little short-handed, given the annihilation of the Kazanti. So I'll take what I can get. A wave of evil is coming this way. Something which consumes everything in its path.
Okay.
You can't fight it. You can't stop it. And neither can we. But we can outrun it. The Liberators will tell you the same. But there's a reason there's more of us than there are of them. The Liberators like to organize resistance. Their new friends band together to stand up and fight. It never works. And when that resistance fails, it's the Liberators alone who survive. They've got a nasty habit of leaving their friends behind. So stick with us. We'll ensure humanity isn't left behind. So here it is, human. Kill Agent 71. His death will cripple the Liberators in this sector. They've already done so much harm. Worked against us at every turn. I suspect their involvement in the Kwawa's destruction of the Kazanti. If you end Agent 71, it's over. There will be nothing stopping us from saving you. And every human.
There you go, that's the option I was looking for. Come to destroy for the Liberators. We've been working for them the whole time. Yeah, that was one of the comments in the Star Control forums from I think it was Pompat said that they're the point of no return where you have to decide whether to stick to the Liberator quest or the Syndicate quest, and he indicated that it might be a bug. And it certainly does look like a bug. Like, talking to the Kwawa and resolving the conflict, it still gave me the option to talk to the Liberator about, it still gave the option to talk to the Liberator about arming the Kwawa. And it still also had the indications that the Kwawa and Xandi were still fighting, even though they supposedly were no longer fighting. So it comes across as a bug. And, it feels like the writers didn't intend for the player to do things in a particular order. They just didn't take into account that they might do things in different orders. So, it probably, yeah, I kind of get the definite feeling that that was a bug that the game broke and I wasn't able to make the choice. Anyway, this sort of feels like the actual moment where there's a choice. Anyway, enough rambling. Let's get this over with. Come to destroy for the Liberators. You've been working for them the whole time.
You want to rethink that, human? You didn't get this far without doing quite a few shady things on our behalf. You have all the makings of an excellent member of the Syndicate.
Nope, no deal.
That wasn't a request, fool. It was a prescription. As in, if you don't reconsider, you will die. Here, allow me to demonstrate.
Okay, yeah, like I said, let me just want to get this over with at this point. It's another one of these. Another one of these where, like, oh great, where am I? Can't tell which direction I'm facing. Just flank it with enough shots, maybe I'll be able to overcome the graphic glitches and then I'll be able to see myself again. I'm facing the opposite direction, damn it! Can I get some more acceleration? Suffering from low acceleration while trying to grab the increased acceleration prize. For goodness sake. Can I get some more acceleration? There you go. Is that it? Is this the end of the game now? Can I finally go home? Is this over now?
That was a tough fight. Well done, Captain. Always nice to get on the wrong side of a murderous criminal syndicate.
I just rapidly hitting the E button, see if I can talk to someone here. You absolute monsters. There are a lot of innocent people at that base. Well, not innocent, more innocent. Save your breath. We don't care what you have to say. We're going, we're going. Fenzer Strikecraft? Okay, so, yeah, we just destroyed their headquarters. We never got to the bottom of that whole Commander Megara kidnapping plot. Oops. I guess we're never going to find out what that was all about. I guess we're going back to Beta Chattery, but to brief agents anyone about discovery of the Syndicate headquarters and inform them about our destruction of the Syndicate headquarters. Destroyed Syndicate headquarters. Yeah, because, like I said, that felt like the actual point of no return, choosing whether to destroy the headquarters or destroy Agent 71, because that was, Agent 71 was basically the only, I mean, aside from the other, there are just 3 ships here, right? Anyway, let's talk to him. Let's get this on with.
I've received good news. The Syndicate headquarters has been destroyed. Well done. Whatever happens next, the sentient beings of this region will be able to face it free of the Syndicate's influence. You may not appreciate yet how valuable that is, but I do. This might mean the difference between the survival and destruction of humanity.
Okay. I have two options. Is there anything else you need done, or we'll be going now? Is there anything else you need done?
Many things. But
Great.
few you can help with right now.
Right.
The Liberators have much to do to prepare this region. We'll contact you again when we need you.
Okay. Yeah. Few you can help with right now. That I was sort of expecting that. This feels like end game, like actual end game. I mean, we've already passed the end game, but I think this might actually be the wrapping up of everything in the DLC now. So there you go. Look at that. A full, all green, everything done. Yeah, Chapter 3 of the Syndicate, main story complete. The story will conclude in Chapter 4? Wait, you're saying it's not finished yet? Am I going to get another pop-up saying...
With the Syndicate headquarters destroyed, we're already seeing their influence in the region wane. Again, well done. Many things, but you, the Liber, will contact you again when...
Okay. Okay. So now what? I don't know. Let's go back to Epsilon Trireme, I guess. And say, yeah, sorry about Commander Bagheera, I guess. It's a total mystery what happened to him. I guess we're never gonna know. That's our control fleet. We are the Scribe Monitoring Station, Beacon 807. It was the responsibility to monitor the spur and guard against the advance of entropy and chaos. If you are to be the governor of the spur, come to Beacon 807 and earn that mantle? What? But of course, I mean, I sort of expect that. We just got another pop-up. Earth Rising, heir to the Scribe. Make contact with the Scribe base on Beacon 807. Like, okay. Do I have to land to talk to them? Oh, wait. Sorry, I'm forgetting myself. I think... Silly me, I'm supposed to go to the actual starbase. There it is. Oh, get back. Go away, Mac. I'm trying to talk to this guy.
Welcome back, Captain.
No more dialogue here. Almost 500,000 resource units.
Is there anything else, Captain?
That's it.
Good luck, Captain.
There's no dialogue in the sky. No talk about Commander VR or anything. Was there something else I could do that was connected with bringing him back? Did I mess that up, or was there just never going to be anything with him? I don't know. I don't trust the... It's like everything else. I don't trust the quality of the writing to led to anything interesting anyway. This is Beacon 807? What do you mean Beacon 807? The scribe base on Beacon 807. Is that is that the Arrakis guy again? Because there's nothing called Beacon 807. I thought we were wrapping things up here. I mean, we ended with a climactic battle with the Syndicate headquarters, and I use the word climactic in big air quotes because it's the exact same climactic battle that I've already fought like 6 times now, because they just reused the same boss fight. It's the exact same boss fight I've already done multiple times. You know? So is this the Beacon 807 that he's talking about? Or is it something else? Because this guy, he's the Praetor. This is the Arrakis 1.
Hello again, human. Why have you returned? Our business is concluded. I have said kind things about humans, and I mean them. But it is too early yet for the scribe and humans to be seen socializing.
Tell us who you reckon we've got what we want. Now it's time to kill the scribe. Never mind. Goodbye. Okay. I can't even ask him where Beacon 807 is.
Goodbye, human.
Okay, well, what the heck is this? What is this objective? They caught him with the scribe base on Beacon 807. Like, I'm not misspelling it. B-E-A-C-O-N. You know, it's the usual spelling of beacon. Is that the name of one of the star bases? No. Sanctum Starbase. Look, what am I missing here? What am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to go? Like, what does Beacon 807 mean? It's not a term that I've heard so far in this game. Was there a star somewhere in Scribe territory that said there were a planet there? I mean, the Extraki portal thing, that wasn't called Beacon 807, was it? What is this as instruction? I'm just trying to wrap things up here, and I don't have the patience for this bullcrap.
Hello, welcome back.
Like, okay, Trade Starbase. Okay, we're at the Fluorescent Approach Starbase, Great Void Starbase, Inner Source, Vacant Fortress, Chrome Expanse, Sanctum, Monitor Deep, Origin Survey, Perilous Range, Erroneous Vector, and Spur Entry. Nothing called Beacon 807.
Is there anything else? Exception, civil farewell.
Okay, hold on a moment. Okay, so I just Googled it because I'm like, there doesn't seem to be a clue what exactly I'm supposed to do. Is it to go to the Epsilon Visalis system? Where is that? Apparently that's where Beacon 807 is? Was there a way for me to find that out?
Hello, welcome back.
Like if I, okay, I don't know, maybe if I talk to a random scribe, I can ask him about it.
We were here once. The scribe keeps stuff here. Not for us, mind you. Except, I guess, we're at war now, so that doesn't matter.
Okay, like, I got a message from the scribe saying to go to Beacon 807, so it's like... So there's nothing new here. Like, if I just fly to a random, you know, scribe ship, they don't tell me anything. So how would I be able to find out where this Beacon 807 is? Like, when I googled it, Beacon 807. Okay, first of all, like, there's no information.
Got another scribe supply depot, Captain. Nice of them to leave these lying around for us. Well, let's take advantage of that, shall we? And again, an alarm has gone off. I am not a good thief. Let's get out of here.
Another Gatling laser. Huh, interesting. But anyway, yeah, like,
Hello, welcome back.
if I wasn't consulting the wiki or whatever, well, okay, the information wasn't on the wiki anyway. It was in the Steam community forums. Said someone said go to Beacon 807 in the Epsilon Visalis system. It doesn't say how you're supposed to find out that information. Like, if I was playing this game normally without access to looking things up, how would I find out that information? Apparently, I can't get it from the scribe. Like, okay, just for the sake of argument, let's try going to Beta Rack just to exhaust the possibilities there. I mean, I didn't immediately have the option there, but I mean, I don't know, let's try some of the other options, see what happens. Also, going to the base in Epsilon Trireme didn't have any information after this information popped up. And that seems to be where I get all my information from humans. Like, I don't know, maybe I get the information from the measured? Let's just try using up the options here, just for the hell of it.
Well, why I have said kind things about humans. I am Setinus, the junior creator of this sector.
That is his name.
Do you know the term? Has it come up in conversation yet?
It actually hasn't.
Do you talk to scribe vessels long before shooting them? I thought not. Suffice it to say, I am important here. I am nearly as important important as you are.
I'm important. I'm important. I am not important. I am important. I'm important.
False modesty is a sickening trait, one that most civilizations grow out of. Not yours yet, I see. The emergence of humanity is the most important development to occur in this sector since the discovery of the origin. You are making history. This is not a popular view amongst mankind. The Scribe make history. It's almost tautological.
I seem to acknowledge
But
that.
I think otherwise. I am convinced we must change our attitude towards humans if our empire is to survive.
Like, hey, okay, this is interesting, that having, you know, Scribe with different worldviews compared to the fellow Scribe. This could be interesting if it went anywhere with this. Anyway, but I have a feeling that this isn't going to have any consequences outside of this conversation. It sounds like you're thinking of allowing humanity to continue to exist. You said this sector. How many sectors are there in the Empire? How's the Empire doing these days? How is the old Empire doing these days?
You ask in a mocking tone, but the Scribe are above mockery, which is fortunate, because the Empire is not doing well. You think this is your doing, the plucky and greasy humans overthrowing the tyrants who caused them such grief. Do not flatter yourselves. The seeds of our downfall were sown long ago. This form, my body, that you see before you, is not entirely natural. My people have genetically engineered ourselves into perfection. A perfect dead end. We can no longer breed. Our natural ability to adapt is gone. For millennia, it did not matter. We adapted consciously. We were wiser than mere biology. And it worked. We were the most powerful beings around. None could stand against us. But that could never last. Internal threats like yourself would inevitably arise.
Internal?
Threats we be ill-equipped to face. And external threats. They have come too.
What external threats? How are we an internal threat? If he just came into the system and met us for the first time.
Something grave is happening. Something arising far beyond the Empire. But I am a traitor of the outer spore human. Even I do not know the truth of what happens in other sectors. My official concerns trend toward the mundane. Criminal groups like the Syndicate overstepping their bounds and expanding towards our territory.
Okay, why is all this dialogue hidden away like this? I mean, the stuff about, you know, internal conflicts within the Scribe and acknowledgement that their culture is stagnating and, you know, divisions within within them. Hey, this is all interesting stuff. Why is it hidden away? Like, this is a totally optional thing. Like, I could have just opted to destroy this guy, apparently, you know, and we're not talking about any of this. And even after opting not to destroy him, his first reaction on seeing me is to shoot me away. Like, our business is done. Go run along. Which, at this point in the game, sort of feels like, okay, probably all the dialogue left is going to be, like, stuff we've already talked about before. So what's all this new stuff here? It feels kind of hidden. But whatever. Let's see where this goes. So this sector, how many sectors are there in the Empire?
There are two others. The Scribe sector and the Mid-Spur.
Typo.
The Scribe sector is the ancestral home of my people. It contains Scribe seat and our most sacred territory. This region lies on the border of the Mid-Spur, the original home of most members of the faction of 8, and where the Empire first took its current shape.
Okay, that's interesting. It suggests that the Scribe Empire is smaller than they let on. I mean, if they only have 3 sectors total, and they've been pushed out of this one, like that suggests that they've lost a full third of their empire, or something. You know, or more. You know, that suggests that the Scribe Empire is a lot smaller than they've let on. But whatever. Sounds like your thing of allowing humanity to continue to exist.
Setting aside my own views, no species outside the Empire can legally be permitted to exist. So, as a matter of formality, no. But as a matter of practicality, yes. Many scribes are beginning to feel this way about humanity. If that doesn't satisfy you, take heart in this thought. Creatures have existed illegally since the dawn of the Empire. We can never eradicate them all.
Okay. Matter of practicality. I mean, it's nice of him to acknowledge practicality anyway. Okay, what do you know about the Syndicate?
They style themselves grandly, of course. All criminals do. But in the end, they are criminals. Unremarkable. We have seen their type off before. We will again.
And delivery of that line was a little weird. I have a feeling the voice actor didn't realize what he was saying. We have seen them off. As in, we've gotten rid of them. But the way he delivered it, we've seen their type off before. That sounded a little bit off. Anyway, okay, so I don't have any more dialogue options. Nothing about asking about Beacon 807.
Why have you returned? Our business is concluded. I have said kind things about humans, and I mean them. But it is too early yet for the scribe and humans to be seen. Goodbye, human.
Okay. So I can't get information about Beacon 807 from, the only friendly scribe that or closest thing to a friendly as I've encountered? So yeah, again, if I actually, hold on. I'm halfway there. Maybe I can ask the librarian about I mean, the reason I looked up Epsilon Visalis a moment ago was I was thinking, well, maybe I actually accidentally already went there before, and that's why, maybe I broke the programming in terms of it telling me where it was. Maybe the game thinks I already know it, but no, I haven't been there. I don't know it. This Beacon 807 has never come up before. I mean, if anyone would know about where Beacon 807 would be, it would be the Measured, right? Can I get that information from the librarian?
Thanks again for... I hope we meet again someday.
Well, that was a bust. I'm gonna shoot up one of your light forms before I go. Okay, it's this session has gone on far too long. I'm just trying to determine the extent of at this point, I'm just trying to find out the extent of how badly designed this and conceived this was. that it gives you an objective and then doesn't give you the slightest bit of direction where to go. Which, I mean, hey, you know, if this was the kind of game where it gives you a hint of where to go, and then you have to think logically about, okay, well, who's the most logical source for this information, and go, okay, well, maybe I need to talk to the scribe for the information, or maybe I have to get the information from the measured, then fine, you know, that's fine. With this game's track record, though, it's kind of more like, well, either it tells you exactly where to go or nothing. Like, it names the system and says go here, or it doesn't give the information at all. Like, it doesn't. The way this game is structured doesn't give hints. It doesn't leave you to. It doesn't leave you to reason things out logically or anything. Save it in a new slot, whatever. There is Beacon 807.
Supply dialogue objective statement with supplemental information exchange authorization form following process V38967.3.
Yes, multi-class.
Granted, we have the scribe. They have broken off communications with us. Yes, use just if the scribe mean. Fortunately, we have a protocol for that. We will, and that decision is. We will keep your discovery. We will retask all self-permit. Thank you for providing us this opportunity.
Require information.
Welcome. Returning. What information do you require?
Describe as Empress Hussus.
The script. They are the sword which pierces the veil of ignorance. They are sublime.
He's still talking about them in glowing terms even after the whole Alani thing. His history, how many instances describing fire, rebellion subscribe.
There is no rebellion.
Those are open text vessels.
There is no rebellion. That is a mistake. The scribe, they lived their work there. It is no surprise that they were the first among all sentient beings to reach the stars. What information do you require?
So there's nothing I can't ask about.
There is no rebellion.
Temperature statement.
There is no rebellion. That is a mistake.
There is no war in Boss, you say. Okay.
What information do you require?
Okay, nothing. It certainly seems like there's no actual way to find Beacon 807.
Hello, welcome back.
Move for over 500,000 resource units.
Is there anything else? Exception, civil.
Okay, I think that's enough of this for now. Okay, this is dumb. This is just this post-Xraki content is just it just generally feels poorly conceived and poorly executed. And now it's at a point where it's like, outside of Googling it and looking it up online, I have no idea where to go, and all logical indications of or logical methods of finding that information are absent. And like the information isn't even on the Star Control Origins wiki, like, or at least maybe I didn't use the right search terms. I don't know. It's just, it's so much. It's just all badly written, top to bottom. Like, this is just so poorly executed. And I said before, I'll say it again. This would have been better served if it just ended when it ended, like with the Exraki wiped out. Then just end the game there. Have a little ending sequence and then just wrap it up. It would have been, again, would have been a little anticlimactic. It would have been subpar in terms of reaching a cathartic finish, because the scribe that you've been fighting up till that point got an off-screen death, basically, and your final battle is against a previously unknown, unmet before alien. I think I said this before in the previous recording, but it bears repeating. Like, imagine how much more satisfying the end of the game would have been if your alliance, you know, the Taiwan and the Menkmak and the Muke and the Pinthi all came together fighting the Scribe. That could have been a really neat ending sequence, you know. Every one of the Scribe's former wards getting their revenge, like everyone who's been you know, subjugated by them, you know, who suffered genocide, who suffered the genetic manipulation and all that. For that, getting the Drenkin on your side, like the Drenkin probably suffered most of all, quite frankly. They've practically been rendered subsentient in their, you know, they're being altered to just be able to do nothing but serve the Scribe, like give their lives for the Scribe, like die for them, like just throw themselves as suicidally as cannon fodder at whatever the Scribe tells them to. I mean, that's horrible. And they have their ability to breed genetically taken away, so they're all clones. Like, you know, that's I don't know, just kind of an astonishingly bad way to treat a sentient species. This is what the Scribe are. This is what they do. They do these horrible things to people. And yeah, just imagine how cathartic the end of the game could have been if your goal was to defeat the Scribe and stop them. But except that that's not what happens. Like, a new villain comes out of nowhere, the Exraki, who've not been set up at all, and they just wipe the Scribe out themselves. And then your final battle is uniting your allies to attack the Exraki, and it's not at all clear if your allies even know why they're there. You know? They don't have any stake in this fight, but they all come together in the fight anyway. So it's anticlimactic, and it's not very cathartic. It makes for a weak ending. But it's still better than the ending that we're getting here, where it's just leading you on a string of filler missions and fetch quests, where subplots are picked up and dropped on a whim, and it dangles you with things that are almost interesting and then just takes them away. And it sucks. This sucks so much. Which is unfortunate, because the beginning, again, had so much promise. It was interesting. The beginning of the game was interesting, and it was funny, and it was fun, and it was something I looked forward to. And then dragging it out with these stupid filler quests, which is just, you click on this star, now click on this star, now click on this star. Click through the dialogue. oh, you have dialogue options, but none of them mean anything. No matter what you choose, goes to the same result. Like even little things like that space whale quest. It's like the Kane science officer makes a big deal about it. Don't let him eat it. Don't let him eat it. And I said, oh, I'm gonna let him eat it. And I said, oh well. And then the Kane science officer doesn't have anything to say about that. And the people in the McCain homeworld have nothing to say about that. There are just no consequences to any of your choices. There's no consequence to anything. And I say, like, there are details that are almost interesting because they're only interesting if they have consequences. They're only interesting if it's going somewhere, and it's not. And it's showing over and over and over and over again that nothing you do is going anywhere. It's just an endless stream of fetch quests. Just click on this, now click on this, now click on this, and dialogue isn't even that super interesting. There were hints of, okay, well maybe there's a moral choice here, except it doesn't matter. No, what choice you choose doesn't have any impact on anything. I don't know why this game is mishandled this badly. Like, is it executive meddling? Did the executives say, well, we need to pad this out with filler content, so get this team working on DLC and make sure that everything you do has no consequences. Make sure none of it goes anywhere, because if it goes somewhere, then it might mess with the canon. We can't do that. So I don't know. Maybe they're looking forward to making sequels. But it's like, no one's gonna want a sequel to this. If you just make it suck this much, you know. Like, the game is riding on the nostalgia of Star Control 2, the game made in the 90s. Holy crap, that's 30 years ago. Which you know, and it does a good job of recapturing that mostly in the early game, but it's just I don't know. Anyway, when I looked in the Steam community forum about where to go for this Beacon 807 thing, I scrolled down and there was a list of more quests for this Heir to the Scribe thing that they've got going on, and there's just big paragraphs of go here, then go here, then go here. It's just so much more of the same. And I mean, it's neat to bring the Scribe back into it, who are like original enemy, but it's just. I guess we've forgotten about the Lexites and Commander Megara. It's just. Should I even continue? Is anyone watching this at this point? Like I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this game now, and it's unfortunate because like it looked good. It had some promise at the beginning, but it's really worn out its welcome. Like I tell you, I mean, if there are any members of the dev team or I don't know, or executives watching this, please, quality over quantity. Like, if it's short and polished, it will be more memorable and interesting, and you know, it will sell better. And hey, you can maybe open it up for sequels if you're worried about the money or something. Like, I mean, that's what I'm assuming is the reason they would do this and have all this, you know, put this DLC in there because you can advertise it as, oh hey, look at all this extra content, look at all these hours of content that has been added, but it's garbage content, guys. I'm sorry. Like, with all due respect to the people who wrote this Syndicate / Liberators side quest, and all due respect to, you know, the voice actors put the work into it. I mean, like, fine, they did a serviceable job for what they did. You know, the voice actor who plays Agent 71 and the voice actor who plays Craig or Mark or so on. Like, I'm not knocking the job that they did. They did fine. It's perfectly serviceable, but in terms of the promises the game sets up, it just doesn't deliver. And it's just I don't know. I mean, I could have just followed what the Steam community page said and gone to Epsilon Visalis and found Beacon 807. But like I said, I just wanted to see how bad this is. How badly is this mishandled? Does it give you the slightest clue anywhere what you're supposed to do or where you're supposed to go? Because there's no indication or information anywhere about this Beacon 807 thing, so like there's nothing I can do short of just one by one search every single star in the star map, which would be ridiculous. I mean, it's already a waste of time. I'm not going to waste my time, even more time, doing that. Maybe I should just leave the game off here. I mean, there is still some part of me which looks at it and goes, well, this appears to be... It did say to be concluded in Chapter 4, which seems to indicate that it's maybe this is actually leading to the actual endier end, the endiest end, and maybe there actually is going to be some kind of conclusion. But if it's all just more of this, then I might be better off just giving up on this and just going and playing a different game. There are other games I'd rather be playing, and they're like I have other games lined up that to play. Like I was thinking of picking up Blasphemous. It's a Metroidvania side scroller, which looks really cool. I bought that recently. I might want to give that a try. Other things I might want to try, like I've never played Minecraft before. I think it would be neat to have a game of that, playing in hardcore mode, and see how well I do. Not having played that before, that could be fun. I mean, it's from everything I've heard, it's a super addictive game. It gets talked up a lot. I mean, I know it's an exploring, crafting, building kind of game. It could be neat. Could be fun. Other things I could do, like I could pick up Subnautica again. Playing that Death Run mod could be fun. Or I could try Terraria hardcore master difficulty again. Or try again to get another Jupiter Hell Nightmare difficulty game going. Just something other than this, something more fulfilling. This Star Control Origins had a good run and all, but yeah, the downloadable content, the DLC, just it's bad. I'm sorry. Okay, I mean maybe I'm being too hard on it. I think part of the problem that I have with it is how it just it goes straight from the regular game into the DLC, and it's just this very clunky drop in quality. If it had been a separate thing and said, "Hey, now you've won the game, congratulations, yada yada," and then gone to the main menu and said, "And now here's the unlockable DLC if you want." And like have it a clearly delineated thing separate from the main game, then okay, then it's a little more understandable of play this at your own risk kind of thing. That this you know what I mean? Like, you can go in with the right expectations that this isn't going to have the same quality as the main game. You know, you can go into it with the knowledge that, okay, this section was made by a different team, and it's, I don't know, buyer beware. Just be aware that this might not have the same quality as the rest of the game. Because, I'm a firm believer you can enjoy things if you go with it with the right expectations, So, like, if you expect this post-game content to be more of the same, then LOL, you're wrong. It's you're in for disappointment. Yeah. So I don't know. I might just drop this whole series, unless somebody's clamoring for me to actually finish this thing. I'm probably just gonna drop the whole thing. I don't know. Maybe I'll pick it up again another day some other day later on down the line, just for the sake of finishing it. But again, like if it's just more of the same, it's these stupid fetch quests. Then it's like I'm just bored of this. Life's too short to be spending so much time sitting here bored. I'm sorry. Anyway, I rambled on long enough, so that's all. Until next time.